Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series 86 Jazz. Now, even though the Studio Series toy line is meant to be based on the live action movies, it has recently, as of the time of recording, done a couple of G1 characters, which in my opinion is a bit unnecessary. I mean, I just feel like they would fit better in the War for Cybertron trilogy. And that's just my opinion. But well, let's just have a look at the box, which, well, this is going to be different from the War for Cybertron trilogy boxes. We can see here that, well, the character's name is just here. Unfortunately, it's not in Cybertronian as well, it's just in English. We can see some artwork of Jazz. We can see that the movie that this figure is representing is, well, the G1 movie. The side artwork is, well, Jazz. The other side is, well, Jazz as well, instead of, like, franchise-wise artwork. The back, we have them in both modes. Here it says Moonbase 1 Destruction, which, well, there was a scene that Jazz was in the G1 movie. Got a little description here. And this does come with a backdrop, which I'll show in the robot mode. Well, I will take it out for now, but yeah, you can open the Studio Series boxes by just opening them up from the underneath. There's no tape or anything. This is something that I found out from one of a recent Bolt Matrix video. Well, not that recent, but like this year recent, I mean. So yeah. Let's get the box out the way. Here we have the backdrop, and it is Moonbase 1. I mean, at least it's not an explosion scene like the live action movie backdrops. But yeah, we'll get more into that in the robot mode. For now, let's have a look at the actual figure. And yeah, we can see that this guy does transform into, I'm pretty sure this is meant to be a Porsche, although it's not licensed, so they had to take a few creative liberties. For example, they changed a 4 into a 14, which coincidentally enough was Jazz's diacode number. The 4 on the hood is no longer there. We don't have any striping here now, and we don't have any Martini licensing now. So yeah. Now, there are toy hack stickers if you really want this guy to look like an actual Porsche vehicle, but I don't really mind. Now, on the back, we do have these things sticking out. These are the feet. And we do have a hole on the top for if you want to stick a gun on. And this gun is blast effect compatible. I mean, sure. Now, for comparison, here we have 1986 Jazz with 2007 Jazz. This is not a Studio Series figure, this is the actual original figure. But we can see how these guys are sort of different from each other. Not just from the color, I mean, they're fully different vehicles. So yeah. Now, as I get the other figure transformed for the robot mode comparison, I just want to do a little tangent. So yeah, if you want to just skip ahead. I know I already said in the beginning that I feel like the G1 Studio Series figures are a bit unnecessary. And that's because I feel like they should have just been in the actual War for Cybertron trilogy. I mean, come on. I've reviewed Springer and Cyclonus from Siege and Kingdom, respectively, in the past. And, well, they would be good fits in the Studio Series, don't you think? Well, no. They're in the War for Cybertron trilogy. So, either put them in the Studio Series, or just put the G1 Studio Series characters in the War for Cybertron trilogy. I mean, I feel like this guy could work as an Earthrise figure. I mean, give it some more combat ports. And then maybe a couple of combat ports like here. Maybe some here, I don't know. But yeah, if you give it some more like combat ports, then this could work as an Earthrise figure, in my opinion. But well, that's my tangent over. Let's finally get onto the transformation. So let's just tilt my camera up. Now, before I start, yes, another tangent, sorry. This whole section is translucent plastic, so you might want to be careful. Because there have been lots of breakage reports on this figure, so I'm lucky with mine because it hasn't broken yet, but I might jinx it, so I'm going to be really careful. But yeah, let's just start by opening up the doors like so. Carefully. Oh god. Okay, that's fine. Oh, thank god. Yeah, just try and untap that. That's always a scary step. But next, take the back of the car and just move that out and down. Get the feet out. Split the legs. Twist the little wheel sections down. Untap the windshield. Once again, be careful in case you break it. Rotate the wheels. Get the rubber hands out. There we go. Take this part of the car. Push that in. Push the head up. Spin this around so we got the silver part showing. And you want to have it so this plugs into said silver part. There we go. So we almost have the robot mode done. We just have to do the backpack, which, as I said, translucent plastic, so be really careful. The best way to do it is to have the doors inward like so. Start the transformation by just pushing that down. Then just floating the doors out like so. Pushing the back bit up like so. Then just pushing the doors up with all those weird, scary sounding cracks. I'm scared this is going to break. But there we go. This becomes a backpack. And here is the robot mode. So, yeah. Here we have Jazz transformed. So, door wings, but he only had us in his toy, not in the actual cartoon, so I can live. I mean, you can sort of lay these out if you want to, but I'm not going to. I mean, I suppose you could 3D print like door wings if you wanted to, but I don't know where you'd put them. But yeah, like a full 360. Oh, just realized I forgot to tab in the knees. There we go. But yeah. Having a look at the head, we can definitely see that. Well, that's definitely Jazz's head with the cool visor. I mean, Jazz's head is one of the unrecognizable ones in the G1 series. And well, for a quick comparison with his IRL counterpart, if you will. Well, if I can get him standing. Yeah, you can see how different they look. I mean, sure, they both got visors, hood chests, and windshield backpacks, but those are pretty much the only similarities with them. Plus, G1 Jazz was never torn in half. I mean, I suppose the live action Jazz does have a cool shield, so that's something. But yeah, let's not do a whole G1 versus Bayformer debate. Okay. How about we just change the subject by talking about the articulation? Well, his head's on a ball joint, so he can look up, look down, and he can look around if he wants to. His arms can, of course, move, and of course, he can of course T-pose, or he can try some new hip dance move. He's got elbows, which can swivel. Unfortunately, the wrists, well, they don't rotate, but they can go in for transformation. The waist can rotate. The legs can go up. They can go back that far. He can't do the splits, although it's only that far. And he does have an ankle tiltage. And I suppose if you want to, this could be foot articulation. So yeah. Also, he can hold his gun, which can, of course, hold a blast effect. Or, something that's actually cool, he does still have the ports for the laser feet, which is amazing. And well, to finish off, let's get the backdrop. Just trying to display the sound as best I can. There we go. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. And yes, every Studio Series figure, whether it's a G1 figure or a Bayformer figure, or well, a live action movie figure, has a backdrop, which is really cool. I think I might just keep this in the box though, just for space. But yeah, it's still really cool. And well, this is pretty much all I have to say about Studio Series 86 Jazz. Do I recommend them? Well, this is the best looking jazz figure, in my opinion, as of right now, but the fact that he has the really fragile translucent plastic does knock some points off, so I'd say, yeah, I do recommend him, but be really, really careful. I mean, sure, on my copy, the translucent plastic seems to be quite sturdy, but you might you might not be so lucky. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you do have a copy where the translucent plastic behaves and does not crack or break, then yeah, this is pretty much the best G1 Jazz figure out there right now. I mean, the Reveal the Shield figure, eh, that was back when the Classics toy line. Oh, and that was back when the Chug toy line was taking some more artistic liberties with characters. And the Power of the Primes one was, well, I'm not really sure what to say. It has its ups and downs. Let's put it at that. But yeah, this is pretty much a really cool figure. So aside from the translucent plastic, which is pretty much my only complaints, I mean, sure, some copies have like knees that don't tab in, but my copy is actually fine. So my only complaint is the translucent plastic. Aside from that, yeah, I do recommend this figure. Well, this has been my review on Studio Series 86 Jazz, and this is Charlie Young signing off.